everybody. It is your Professor Rocco, your boy, coming at you again, breaking eardrums, being loud, with another Age of Sigmar video. Now, that was a nice hello, huh? Trying to do them a little differently every time. Watch the camera guy. With this class, this probably could have been an AoS general, but screw it. We're going. We're calling our shot. I'm going to go and hit it over the center field fence. AoS Master class. In this particular class is going to be dealing with battle plans, specifically Apex Predators, also known as the one nobody wants to play at all. Ever. Never. And the reason for that is simple. This battle plan generally is known as the hero capture battle plan. People hate building around heroes because they tend to be all fiddly and die really easy. Or they are just so gigantic and they mess up the game sometimes. In some people's beliefs. I believe this battle plan has merit, and in this essay, I plan to, in probably like 15, 20 minutes, explain to you why I like this battle plan, how to do good on this battle plan, and we'll just jump right in. So, first off, what is Apex Predators? This battle plan here is, again, we get the attack and defender role. We're reading. Deployment is actually the kitty corner. Normally, this is viewed as the farthest away deployment in the corners, but you start 9 inches away from your opponent's territory, and all the objectives are in the middle here. Let's see, there, and there. So you're not really as far as you think you are. Next, this has a weird how to capture this alter the beast rule. So we ignore the rules for objective marker contesting, all the normal stuff, like be within 6, most bodies on the objective, takes it. You can leave it and it's still yours. We don't do that here. What we do is a friendly leader unit, which is, get your leaders like Stormcast, Lord Arcanum, Knight Draconis, Mega Boss on Maw, Crusher for the Orcs. You get the idea. Has to finish a move other than a retreat move within 3 inches of the objective. So this is why you see on the big objective markers, there's a little circle in the middle. This is why. Okay. Now, you can't retreat onto the objective and take it. Very important. Also to note, most teleports in deep striking, they should all actually count as a setup and do not allow you to move. There is one example in the Stormcast book where it allows you to, make a normal move after, but everyone thinks that's getting FAQ'd, so for all intents and purposes, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, this isn't a translocation. How does that 0.00001% break this scenario wide open? We don't care about that. But generally, those teleports, those deep strikes are in place of a move. So, they count as a setup, and you cannot teleport or deep strike generally onto the objective. Okay? Other ways to capture the objective. If an enemy leader is on it, your leader kills them with a melee weapon. Nice and easy. Once you gain control of the objective, it remains under your control until your opponent gains control of it or there is no friendly leader within 3 inches of it. Alright, nice and easy. And an important thing to note is you only gain control of it with the regular move if there is no enemy leader unit within 3 inches of the objective. There's some weird things where, they'll teleport on, then you walk on, and technically you can't take it until you kill the other hero, and then you have to have a duel, which is awesome for the narrative of the game. But we're not worried about that yet. All right, so victory points. How do you even win this? All right, so previous editions of this battle plan and previous editions of the game, usually it was you had to hold on to it. The longer you held on to it, the more points you got. This is a very nice, you score 1 point for holding one of the 3 objectives, score another point for holding 2 or more objectives, and then score a third point if you hold more objectives than your opponent. And remember, nobody starts with holding an objective, so going first here is actually kind of cool. And you score 2 victory points if you completed a battle tactic. Okay, nice, easy. Hold 1, hold 2, hold more, battle tactic. All right, don't forget you score a bonus point for downing enemy monster for the battle round. And you can score extra points by doing your battle tactics with monsters. There's ways to bump up the score. And of course, your grand strategy at the end of the game, if you get it, you get your 3 points. Nice, easy, 5 battle rounds. We're good, right? Here's the whole thing here. Now, I'm going to show you what I would do with a 2-drop Stormcast list I have. This is a Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger. We've got a Knight and Canner over here for the auto unbind. Birds, Vindictors for Science of the Storm here, so we can deep strike stuff. Long strikes, Evocators and Dracolion. Off the board, I've got 2 units of Ballista and an Ordinator, a unit of Vindictors, and a unit of Liberators for 5 units off the board. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the table. I've set up because I want to take first turn, which sounds weird, but I am going to do it as a Stormcast army to just illustrate my point more of why I like this battle plan, how it's easy to play once you know what you're looking for. And let's just go with a little bit of theory here. Why does this battle plan even exist before we get into the how? Why? Why Games Workshop? The reason is Age of Sigmar is balanced around all of its battle plans. If we had the same 5 or 6 of just hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and we didn't have every once in a while weird rules capture for objectives, the game would get skewed in a certain way, and it wouldn't overall for the health of the game be good, because there are armies like off the top of my head, Volturnos and however many eels you could fit, and turtles. Some people like running 2 turtles, a bunch of eels, and just him. And it will mow down most armies. It will. It just will. But if you know this type of battle plan exists, you know that it's a possibility to be in a tournament pack, your friends could roll it and play it. It affects list building. So the first time I think about this battle plan, it's always in my mind when I'm building my lists. In my Cities of Sigmar army, it's why I prefer an Anointed on Phoenix over the Griffin. I like the Frost Phoenix for -1 to wound me in melee. Lately, the Flame Spire Phoenix is still really good for its coming back to life ability in the Mortal Wounds. But that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do this with Stormcast because I'm just going to show you that how to play this. It doesn't matter what army. Every army is going to have a similar enough trick to be able to pull off this kind of strategy. You could have teleporting from spells. It could be a Soul Scream bridge. It could be you're just really fast and can run really far. Maybe you've got some weird teleporting prayer. I don't know, but almost every army in the game has a way, even if it's summoning. Because some armies just summon like crazy or have some reserve rule. You get the idea. All right? This nice and easy. We got the nice vanilla. These are my, pretend they're in purple instead of blue. They're my Lions of Sigmar army that I love and have in person and have had for over 3 years. Okay? Follow me, camera guy. So, this is a 2-drop list. I have a Battle Regiment and then I think it's Soul Strike Brotherhood. It's the one you can have 6 units in 6 units of troops. You know? Or it could be 2 battle regiments. It's definitely 2 battle regiments. Ignore what I just said. I'm not cutting it out either because I'm human and that'd be a little bit ridiculous. But yeah, 2 battle regiments. Here we go, because I have 2 ballistas in this build. I've got a bunch of builds. So what's going to happen is I've deployed pretty central. We know we are relatively close. Either my opponent is going to, because they have to maybe move on to this objective, either they're going to have something in range of these here ballista, these here long strikes, or they're basically forfeiting me an objective in the middle. Because I haven't told them I'm going first, but I'm definitely going first. And when I get my buffs off, let's say I got a Mystic Shield on my totally a Griff Charger, not a Dracoline. You know, we get a nice little buff off for the Incanter, whatever. But how this plays is going to be in the movement phase. I mean, sure, I'm going to do my hero phase shooting with the Vanguard Raptors because that is a great once per game ability. And as a side note, you want to use your once per game abilities early while you still have the right troops to use it with and the right enemy units to use it on. This means if it's a once per game horde clearer, where you roll a bunch of dice per enemy models, and on 5-ups they take a mortal wound, you're trying to do that relatively soon. You don't want to lose the heroes that activate the ability or the units you want to activate it on. So I'd rather just front load all my damage, and then I've got 24 shots hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, -2 Ren 2 damage. Realistically, there's probably a support hero over here. Pretend it's your best friend's army of whatever. They're throwing a couple cheap heroes. Maybe there's a big monster dude over here. It doesn't matter, okay, for what we're trying to do. So I do my hero phase. I got all my stuff. And I'm going to go on a movement. We run some birds. They go 12 inches. They fly. Let's say we get like a nice little 13. We can place that better. Let's say I got a 14. Doesn't really matter. You get the point. They're there. This Incanter is going to come up here for cover. Move her back a bit. Oh, Tabletop Simulator. I love you and hate you. Draconlines are coming up to support. Birds are going to run. We're going to auto 6 the Vindictors. When I say auto 6, I'm spending a command point to make sure their run roll is automatically at 6, so they go 11 inches. And again, the birds, they fly and they run. I'm just doing this for ease to show y'all what I'm trying to do. A little forward screen. My general moves 12. We're going to run him as well. Julio Knox. Love that guy. I'm going to just toe tap. The objective is barely be in the little red circle. That's the within 3. That's why I like these big objective markers. You can find them in real life really easily. You can find decorative ones if you don't like the clear ones. Some people like using mouse pad materials to go and make these. It's whatever. These guys are probably moving up to support. They move 5 inches. They're going to shoot again. They're just awesome. Yeah, good enough. And in my movement phase, this is where we end up doing some things. You're like, Rocco, you're definitely showing us stuff, but I don't get it. So what I'm showing you that we're not totally getting right now is I, on this battle plan, only ever try to play for 2 objectives at a time. Because if you hold 1, hold 2, you're holding more. We don't ever got to worry about putting a hero of mine onto a 3rd objective. Never. We never do. Because the thing is, if a hero moves off an objective to go and fight my stuff, that means they're not scoring the point. You don't have to. You can have different heroes. You can cycle heroes out. You got Archeon and like a dude on a disc of Zinch. Archeon took the point. You can send him off and move the disc on, and then it's still yours. That's great. But it's not what we're worried about here. What we're worried about is body blocking our opponent. This is using Deep Strike, but you can use whatever tool your army has because Games Workshop has made sure there are tools for this. I will 100% say armies have run and charges. They have all kinds of movement shenanigans in different sub-factions. It may not be the sub-faction you play, but even Daughters of Cain has Mirror Dance and the Celebron teleport to just be everywhere. Now, why does this matter? Because heroes that Deep Striker teleport down onto objectives cannot claim them. And you are right, dear viewer. This is me taking my first turn. I've shot and killed at this point probably 2 out of my opponent's 4 heroes, if they even brought that. And if they didn't bring an artifact that stopped me from shooting them, like, say, the Mirror, Shield, and Stormcast. In that case, I just shoot other stuff and just mow everybody down. But more importantly, I'm using whatever my faction and sub-faction's movement trick is to body block objectives so that my opponent cannot automatically walk onto the point. And more importantly, they cannot necessarily get easy charges onto my hero. Okay? That's all we're trying to do here. We're just trying to create layers of screens for my stuff in order to try and stay away from the enemy for long enough. I've got a secondary hero back here in the Knight and Canner, backed up by evocators, so if they try to come over here, cats are going to come and make this play. I never intend to have this Knight and Canner actually go to this objective. I just want them to try, them as in my opponent, to try and waste their time and take a point off of me where they are too far away to affect my other 2 points. Now, how does this work? Let's say I take the battle tactic. Let's see, the 3 units run. Ferocious advance, because this is very, we could set this up very easily to ferocious advance. Boom, we ferocious advance. We did this totally right, you guys. Oh, I was good where I was. Better than I thought, damn it. So we ferociously advanced. We got our battle tactic for 2 points. We took first turn. So we hold 1 for a point. We don't hold 2 because this guy deep struck down before he had the blitz to shoot everything. But we do hold more than our opponent because they hold 0. So I just scored 4 points. Hold 1, hold more, battle tactic. I might have scored a 5th if what these Vanguard Raptors shot with their 24 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, maybe hitting on 2s even. So get the idea here. So, you know, hitting on 2s because of the birds, wounding on 2s. Great. I don't even know what I rolled to hit for mortal wounds, but doing quick math here. 36 damage I just did. I'm killing a hero. The math says I should. Even if they all-out defense, if they they can't Mystic Shield, and if they use their best day ever, the ability for a lovely... Where are we? Their finest hour at the top of 1, which no one should ever do because they're just going to roll for a command point. They're dead. They're just dead. And I kill whatever hero was going to even contest this middle objective. And you may be saying, Rocco, speed this up. You said you were going to do this in 15 minutes. You're right. So, my whole point on this objective, I'm not overextending my army. I'm laying a trap. If this trap goes sour, these guys just go to the middle, and everything's okay. I use whatever movement tool of my faction to, if I can't claim the objective, I'm going to stop my opponent from just being able to walk onto it and touch the littlest part of their base onto this circle. That is all I'm trying to do. Because what's going to happen here is, you know, even if they do kill all these guys, which should be hard, because I am in range for a Cycle of the Storm. But hey, let's say worse happens. They kill these dudes, right? They kill the unit and the birds. I'm stormcasting, probably more to wounding them back, but not the point. The point is they have one objective. Hopefully their battle tactic was kill a battle line of mine. So maybe they score 3 points. Probably scoring 1. They don't score more. So right now the score is 5 to, let's say 3, right? And then it's on for a lovely, lovely roll-off. If I lose the roll-off, you know what? They're coming at me. But if they move close to my Ordinator, I'm just going to, funnily enough, redeploy him because that is a move. That is not a retreat. And then he claims this objective in their turn. All of a sudden, I'm holding 2 to their 1. And that's just funny. I don't care who you are. If they try to come in on my Arcanum, they're getting shot from Unleash Hell from these Vanguard Raptors. If they fight me here, I'm probably best daying ever on that Totally Not a Dracolion to give it all the pluses to save that I can. More importantly, they're probably just scoring 1 point again. And when it's my turn, I don't have to do anything. I hold 1, hold 2, hold more. I pick a battle tactic that's achievable. Hell, you know what? It might even just be get 2 of my units wholly within their territory, right? Because it's right there. Nice and easy. There's my battle tactics. These raptors go out, control the middle of the board, shoot more stuff, and the game's won. You may be saying, Rocco, your game's won because long strikes are busted. Maybe. The reason I can do that is because in my movement phase, I stopped my opponent from scoring easily because I body blocked them with troops. And sometimes that's all you have to do. You may be saying, Rocco, what about if they use spells to kill your Arcanum? Well, I've got an auto unbind in the Knight Incanter, who moved up, as we remember. I had a shooting phase, which I shot one of the other heroes. Probably maybe a Maw Crusher, maybe a Shaman, I don't know. But I also have the trait on the Lord Arcanum there as the Master of Magic, which is the reroll a cast or a dispel and unbind. So I'm actually looking alright with that. And if I need more unbinds, I just, use the heroic willpower. So then I've got 4 unbinds technically because these evocators are a wizard. Are they in a position to unbind stuff? Not really. And some may say it might have been better again, a bit more central with your threats to respond to either thing. But that's not going to lose me the game on where these evocators are. What's going to win me the game, however, is the fact that I am holding 2 points. I have a cheeky way for this Ordinator to actually go and steal it with a redeploy, where my opponent can't move within 3 of me until they charge. I've got ways to make sure the Ordinator doesn't die, and also, we're going to look at this like everyone says, TTS, you can get up close with your models, I don't choose God mode. Well, he's actually pretty hidden behind this building here. He's loving life. The Knight Incanter. If this goes south, what I could do is I can send the Incanter in. The cats can go up and over. Make a nice little rerollable charge. Oh my goodness. And we all get in and take that point. Because I'll just abandon this point if they go after the Ordinator. We have ways. And the only reason I even have a chance with what looks like a really weird, goofy Stormcast build, because Ballista aren't as good as they used to be, is because I did the right things in the movement phase and in my list building to give me the chance to compete. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that rant wasn't too incoherent. Like, subscribe, word of the day in the chat, if you're still listening, because you, bless you, is Apex. For Apex Predator here. And it's a fun shooting game. And with that, as I like to say at the end of all my episodes, class dismissed. Bye.